like this Free Speech Friday. I hope you do as well. We take your calls and fit them in wherever we can. The Patriot Mobile Common Sense Hotline, 877-310-9966. You call and Brock will put you right on Hugh and we'll get you in if we can. Hugh Fike is the Senior Director of Conservative Partnership Institute. Hugh served as the Chief of Staff for Congressman Michael Cloud of Texas and a Legislative Director for a number of members. Served in the Office of Management and Budget under Russ Vaught as well. Sir, good to have you back on the program.
Good to be back. Thanks for having me.
Glad to have you here. The question today, government funding. Should we attach proof of citizenship to government funding? I believe we should. I think that's a smart thing, but heck, these people don't attach citizenship to anything anymore. Citizenship doesn't mean anything to the people on the left, from what I can tell. It means less every day, in fact. Where am I missing it?
Well, you're not, and this is something conservatives have been pushing for quite a while. So now we're at the focal point, which ends up being government funding at the end of September. So this is a fight worth having. It's a fight that the American people need to be engaged in and talk about, and really honestly take it to the people who say that we don't need it, because we obviously do. We have, over 9 million, close to 10 million new people that have come into the country, illegals crossing the border, which is already illegal, by the way. And so is non-citizen voting. So this is something that we need to do to ensure that there's no foreign interference in our elections.
Yeah, but there is foreign interference in our elections. It comes mostly in the form of cash, mostly. But nobody signs up as a foreign agent. Nobody signs up and registers anymore, whether it's Hunter Biden or a host of other people, right? Doesn't matter. Pritzker there in Illinois. Others. What about Tim Walz? Went back and forth to China how many times? Never registered. No, nobody gets held accountable for anything anymore, do they?
Yeah, and so this is one of the issues is to making sure that there's no non-citizen voting in our election, but we know it occurs because that there are already non-citizens who are registered to vote in many states, important states. You look at Virginia; has just removed a bunch of people from the rolls. Other states are doing it as well. So there's a movement to actually doing it. The problem is that there's no actual requirement. And in fact, states are prohibited from asking about proof of citizenship to register to vote. So they just need to show up at a DMV. They get handed a registration
form. In fact,
form.
I just saw a video, Hugh, out of the state of Arizona. Democrats are there registering people to vote. Do you have your driver's license? They're not asking, which is not proof of citizenship. Not in Arizona, not in a lot of states. Just, hey, your driver's license. They said that's all we need. When asked about it, when confronted about it, they said, well, we don't care. We just need a driver's license. So they're actively doing this, and they know they're doing this, and they know that they're actively cheating in different places. And yes, there will be cheating in this election. There always is. The idea that there's never any cheating in elections, that's crazy talk. Really? You heard about Huey Long in Louisiana, and they know about the Daily Machine in Chicago and other things that are just such easy examples of ongoing cheating in elections. And I've never seen it before. It's the first time I've ever seen it. I mean, seriously, are they sober? Or are they liars? Are they just dumb? What is it?
Yeah, in fact, that's kind of, I was going to get to that video specifically because it's just happened. And it's proof and part and parcel for what everybody has been saying. And it's pretty amazing. Actually, Arizona has been on the list of a number of offenders. They actually included a question in Medicaid, at the Medicaid office, asking if they would be interested in voting. And it just says, hey, all you need is a driver's license to vote in federal elections, which is, like, as you said, driver's license is not proof of citizenship. It's not proof of anything other than getting a driver's license. And this is actually becoming a big problem in states like Arizona. I mean, we need to ensure these are very important states for, in federal elections. And so this is something that, needs to kind of take root, and people need to understand that, yes, it is currently already illegal to vote as a non-citizen. That doesn't mean that there isn't proof of citizenship needed. And that doesn't mean that you can't already get, tobacco or alcohol under the age of 21. So all of these things are true, and we need to ensure that there's at least an attempt to prevent non-citizens from voting. And having this debate open in Congress for the next 3 weeks while they come back to D.C. is a very important one.
Right. It's important stuff here. We need to know that we can trust our elections, and I don't know that I don't know how many people actually fully trust elections anymore. I don't know that. Hugh, I'll give you the last word.
Well, yeah, I think to your point, this is the benchmark on a hallmark of a free constitutional republic that we live in, and taking a step to do this would, I think, help people be more trustworthy of walking into the voting booth, casting a ballot, knowing that it's going to get counted and not get diluted by non-citizens. So taking a step to do this would actually be a good thing for America. It would be a really helpful, positive thing in this very partisan sort of atmosphere we're in. So I think this is something that they should do. The House Conservatives, House Republicans, going to take it up, and they've got to pass some CR. And so this is going to be a thing that Senate is going to have to deal with. And the great fighters over there, many in the Senate Steering Committee are going to take it up. Mike Lee has the companion bill over there. I know he's going to fight with all of his might. So just give them a chance to fight for America.
Yeah, there you go. A chance to fight for America, a chance to fight for this republic, and hopefully protect it. Hugh Fike, Senior Director, Conservative Partnership Institute, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Greatly appreciate it. Look, a lot of people really are concerned about their votes counting, and I can tell you this, if you don't vote at all, your vote will never count. That's the one guaranteed way that your vote will not count, is to never cast it. Right? And it's important you act early, that you act with intention, and that you encourage others to do the same. Act early, act with intention. And make sure you vote. And then encourage people around you to vote. It's never been more important than it is today. Find out more at SteveGruber.com. I'll be back.